Hello everyone watching on YouTube and welcome back to Metaphor ReFantazio. This should be it. We're just shy of 80 hours. We just finished the, super dragon trial at the dragon temple or whatever. And we're on the final day, so we're just gonna leave, I think. We're just gonna go and then fight the final boss. Is there anything else? You guys are getting close to mastered. Hopefully, I think we're going to be able to get everything mastered, all of the royal archetypes mastered before the end of the playthrough. Because our furthest back is Heismay, but Hulkenberg, Stroll, and Rogue are all getting Leafs of Light with their experience ups. And then you're basically at 12. You just hit 17. You're like halfway through 15. I think we're going to make it, because Yufa and Basilio are going to be done really soon. That'll let us boost Juna up to being done. And then, every 1,000 archetype experience, we're getting, 6 Leafs of Light, which is 6,000 archetype experience to put specifically on Heismay. I think we'll get it done pretty quick. And we might even, depending on if there actually is a final dungeon or if it's just a boss fight. I don't know. I'm expecting a final dungeon. If we fight some enemies in the final dungeon on our way up, then we should get a good, chunk of Leafs of Light and have the opportunity to master some other archetypes for some people just to get stat boosts. That'd be pretty cool. But yeah, I don't think there's anything else really to do other than just get to the end of the game. So let's go. It's gonna be night soon. Yeah. Let's return to town.
Okay then.
I'm sure. It's time, chat. Let's do this.
Right?
The last day of Metaphor ReFantazio, here we come. I'm excited to see how this all wraps up.
Finally.
My man Batlin. Let's go. Well, we finally have the Lords of Oceania and Montario on board.
You could say.
Both are rotten to the core, mind, but all the same, they remain the sovereign lords of the principalities. Time is short, so we can't afford to overlook their influence and connections. We'll have them speak out against the rioting in the cities. It should help contain the situation, if only a little.
Whoa!
Nice work, Batlin. It's not the first time I've thought this, Rogue, but I'm glad to have met you and to stand beside you now. I've always had a rebellious streak, you know. I was a fire under the church's heels, but as soon as I started feeling the heat myself, I'd relent. I was just avoiding confrontation. Learning a bit too late that maybe I've wasted a lot of my life drowning in anxiety like that. But in the end, you did turn and face it. Yes, well, meeting you showed me what I wanted to be in this world. All those who struggle deserve to know the truth, to have access to information unfettered without slant or bias.
Isn't that...
That struggle, the anxiety, is what causes Magla to swell up from the heart. And facing those fears is what turns Magla into magic.
I guess.
I wish people could learn that it's natural to feel anxious, not something to be afraid of. Right. But in the incredibly, very tiny, absolutely minuscule chance that Luis uses his brand of magic or whatever he's got up his sleeve to turn me into a human...
How goes it?
Why, I'd rip my heart right out of my own chest. Show him then and there that I'd rather die than be turned into a monster.
Hey.
I admire your spirit, but don't do that, actually. Oh, believe me, I'd rather not. Not the slightest interest in seeing what color my own heart is.
So.
I bet it's green. Well, tomorrow's the grand finale.
I'll see you later.
If you've any final things to say to anyone, best do it now. I'd hate for you to head to your big to-do with regrets.
All
Do we
good.
have a moment where we go talk to every single follower, just like you do your confidants at the end of Persona? Normally, you fight the final boss, then you go talk to all of your confidants in Persona, but it looks like they might be doing it backwards in this one, probably because the game leads into, a final, it's all over cutscene and everything. Yeah, we might not get another chance. Why not spend time with someone? Or wait, am I picking one specific person to hang out with? This is probably our last chance to relax like this. I suggest talking to everyone so you can push forward without regrets. And while we're at it, if you have any completed requests you haven't reported back on, tonight's the night. All right, well, I'm done with all requests. All that's left is saving the country. So do I go talk with everyone or do I pick someone specific? I assume I just talk to everyone. I want to hang out with Fabian on my last night. When this is all over, we can celebrate with everyone and hold a huge feast. I want to put my all into this, so I'll get started with the preparations immediately. Everything has been put on hold until after tomorrow's decisive battle. If you have something you need to do, it's best to do it now while you still can. Mister, do you have a big job tomorrow? You want to do the same thing that Papa tried to do that day, don't you? That's why I want to talk. Okay, I think we're talking to everyone. It's not going to be voiced. I thought it might be voiced. Are you sure I'm not bothering you, mister? I know you're real busy and all. Yay, that's great. There's so much I want to talk to you about. The other day, I played with my friends and we drew pictures with chalk in the alleyway. We drew lots of flowers and houses and... Okay, wait, I might be too busy for this specific conversation. Oh yeah, one of the nice men who came by to get food said he found a job. He makes plates now. And then...
It'll be fine.
You don't have to tell me all at once. Take your time.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun, but now... Everyone in town's been kind of scary lately. They all seem really nervous, and some of them have even been saying that a lot of people are gonna die tomorrow. But I know better. Once you become king, everyone will be happy again. I've been telling that to lots of people, but they don't believe me. Some people even think things will get worse. They say a child can't get anything done, but that's not true, is it? Have they never seen anime?
It'll be fine.
Even if I couldn't do it alone. There's nothing I can't do with everyone at my side.
I see.
Right. Then you have my support too, mister. How can I help, though? I'll talk to everyone. I'll tell them about a place we can all proudly call home. Maybe everyone's feeling like I did before, like they've got nowhere to go and everybody else is just out to judge them or hurt them. But mister, you said you'd make a country without all that, where it'll be peaceful and kind and nobody cries. It'll be a place for everyone. If I tell people that, do you think they'll feel better?
Right.
That's a good idea, Maria. Okay, then I'll tell everyone as soon as I can, starting tomorrow morning. I want to do my best for everyone, just like Papa and Mister.
Maria?
Well, you're looking very happy, Maria. Anyway, don't forget about that thing you wanted to give them, okay? Oh, that's right. NG plus items,
Okay.
like they do in Persona. What would they do in this game, though? In Persona, it makes it where you can rank up the confidants faster. Here you go, for you, mister. A handmade charm.
This.
I made it with Miss Fabian. It'll make sure you and everybody else comes back safe and sound. Thank you. The next time you see me, I'll be king. I sewed it myself, stitch by stitch. It's kind of messy, but I tried my best. Don't look inside, it's kind of embarrassing. Don't look inside the hand, what? What is this? Maria was feeling embarrassed, so I reassured her and said goodbye. All right, 1950, what an odd amount of Magla. Well, let's just keep going down the list. At last, tomorrow we... Oh, I thought she might have voiced it. At last, tomorrow we finally decide this once and for all. There's something I should like to talk with you about under the circumstances. Perhaps you join me just outside the gate. Yeah, I got nothing but time. We visited this place once before. I trust you still recall that time. Yes, you fought Redante.
Well, sure.
You fought with Redante here.
Yes.
Indeed, and following our clash, he was taken into custody. It pains me to say the Grand Trad is still plagued by rampant looting and theft. I dare say the issue is only worsened without Redante present. 'Tis the cause of the Crimson Sky. The fear has gotten to the people, and even the previously civically minded have gone mad. Fear is a cunning beast. It lurks within, fattening itself on our insecurities, and only bares its fangs when we're most vulnerable. We've all become its prey. I put many beasts to the sword, yet the method for subduing the creature known as fear still eludes me. There's not much we can do besides maintaining a strong heart.
Perhaps.
A strong heart, is it? That is easier said than done. Something, heartful metal, watchful metal, Alchemist Brotherhood. This has been your anime PSA. In the past, there were nights where it seemed certain that the beast within would devour me whole. I put myself to blame. At times, I shut my eyes to the world and fell to my own deceptions. I lived so many days in this manner, convinced that I had found strength. Until at last I met you, fell in with our comrades, and came to know so very many people. It was only then that I understood that I was not alone. I've come to depend on and expect a great many things from all of you. Would you believe me if I said that on some level, this brings me some shame?
No.
In my eyes, you've undoubtedly become stronger.
Indeed.
Ha! Indeed. I fought so long to protect others, and now find myself with allies who shield me in turn. 'Tis an experience that made me realize all that I could not accomplish alone. Those who seek to be the sole vessels of power, such as Luis or Redante, their solitude offers them some strength, yes, but it also exposes a great many vulnerabilities. You protected me countless times when I believed it was my duty to protect you. I owe you the deepest gratitude, for without you, I would not be able to fight as I do now.
That's why.
Our time together brought about an epiphany. I do not seek a one-sided fealty, but as a knight, I wish to serve under a king who supports me as I do them. I'll continue to place my trust in you as I always have.
I thank you.
You have my thanks. Beginning tomorrow, I shall support you as a true knight of the king. I swear this to you, and as proof of my bond, I present you with this. The knight's memorandum. Alcest bestowed it upon me when I first received my knighthood. In it, the will of a knight, perhaps one might call it a knight's soul even, is inscribed.
You see?
Your reign will be a period of tumult. I was going to say a period of tumult. You shall bear a great many burdens, and that which bars your way will not be so black and white as Luis. Do you understand this? You shall face every single individual across this land who pushes their fears and anxieties onto people like His late Majesty and Luis. And many will not even make an effort to bear their own anxiety again. They'll pretend not to notice until they can push it onto someone such as you.
It is all right.
I offer little in comfort, except to say that you shall have allies like me by your side to bear it all. I hope you never forget that. I did not realize I was going to have to do so much reading at the start of stream today. This game doesn't have as many followers as there are confidants, so it shouldn't take us too long. That's 2 down. Can I just fast travel to my followers, actually? Oh, I absolutely can. Sick. Awesome. I have to talk to more as well. Let's go talk to Brigitte.
No.
We're just gonna have to knock every single one of these out. Maybe we won't be able to finish the game today. I hope we can, but it depends on how long this last dungeon is, assuming there actually is a dungeon. I didn't think you'd come to see me at a time like this. Welcome, you've come all this way. We can talk as long as you like.
So,
those UG children I took in seem to be regaining their spirits little by little.
yes.
I'm still mad that we never saved the dog in this follower line, by the way. The grief of losing their parents in a hometown is not easily buried, of course, but I thought enlisting them as my helpers might provide a welcome distraction. What are they helping with? Ha! I've no intention of putting such small children on anything dangerous. That's what I have you here for, after all. I'd been racking my brain, trying to think of functions for an igniter that would have no use as a weapon. For lack of any ideas of my own, I asked the children. It was like I'd open a floodgate. Idea after idea. Jet shoes based on wind propulsion. Super brooms that clean the floor with water and wind magic combined. Ah, yes! The children had the most genius idea of all time. A Roomba.
Right.
Sounds like fun.
yes.
Indeed, they dreamed up all kinds of things. Even better is that all their suggestions really could help improve people's lives with a little adjustment for practicality. They also suggested a pen that could write sparkling text and an instrument that could play itself. Of course, I asked what the point of these trifles could be. And their response? It'd be fun. In short, they're playthings. The thought took me entirely off guard. Their suggestions were worthless as weapons. They barely even sounded useful. But I could certainly see them putting smiles on children's faces. And this is how Brigitte became Santa Claus. Perhaps that's just what this country needs. Something good for nothing but a smile now and then. I think you're right.
Yes.
It might do some good, but I'm thinking of something a little broader than igniters alone. Sanctism dominates this country in many ways. They profit off of every destructive igniter sold, while entertainment and tools of simple utility are restricted. I'm gonna change that. I'll make this a country known for better products, tools for happiness instead of violence.
Listen.
As for this country you dream of, you've not even set foot on that path yet. To look at the distance you must tread, many would advise against it, but I will walk it beside you. I know I can count on you. Just watch. Between my connections, my tech, and my business sense, it'll be a simple task. Rogue, give me your hand. What, did you see the way that his fingers, like, extended there? That was weird. Reaching out to someone without any sort of self-interested calculation. I haven't done this since I was a child. I was too scared. Yet somehow you make it possible. My dreams, my aspirations. Let this handshake be as entrusting them to you. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I think I'm only allowed to shake hands with Yufa. A small trinket of some sort was placed in my palm. The brooch.
This here.
Personally cut and polished, I'll have you know. I looked for a magla crystal that gleams with the same clarity as your eyes. It's a meager little thing to hold, but I hope you can feel how heavy my wishes have made it. May fortune favor
Try
you.
not to die.
Well, fortune favors the bold, as it turns out. Don't die, Rogue. You are a hope for the children, for me, and hope is not so easily replaced. That's Brigitte done. I guess we'll go talk to Alonso next.
Oh, any one of them will do.
I think we're gonna talk to Stroll and Yufa last, because they're my favorites, I would say. My favorite male character and my favorite female character. Basilio and Neuris we're definitely gonna save for near the end. Hey, things have gotten quite interesting. I know you're a busy fellow, but you and I are friends. Can we talk elsewhere for a minute?
Oh?
A candidate to the very end, I can hardly believe it. And I dare say you've made dying for your sake quite worth it.
So,
Any plans to come back from the dead, Alonzo? Ha! That depends on you. I'm currently planning what to do next after you're king. I'm certain it'll be quite chaotic in this country for some time. Firstly, we'll have the loudmouth chaps haranguing people, scoundrels shoring up sordid books by milking our muddled masses before anyone's the wiser. And of course, those scoundrels will have great political and financial interests. You'll have vultures lying in wait around every corner.
That's true.
All the better. Tell them to bring it on.
Interesting.
Ha! How very like you to say. In the end, what choice do you have? If you can't pawn it off on someone else, best to buckle down and take it on. But don't worry, I'll not leave you to your own devices. Perhaps I'll enter the political arena, be your speaker of sorts. You'll have your political opponents in the years ahead, doing their best to drag you down, undermine your ideals, and line their pockets while they're at it. I figured I'd make use of this silver tongue of mine to uniformly dismantle their schemes and force their timely exeunt.
Well,
That's reassuring to hear.
Interesting.
I'll see all their ploys for what they are, a lie for a lie. Stick a bad guy on the bad guys, in other words. My nature has changed not one iota. I'm a two-faced trickster who schemes upon and deceives others. But even I could truly glimpse the hope you aim to create in this country. So I'll use my lies to support you until the end. Surely these are the sorts of lies my mother would overlook, yes?
moving on.
I'm glad to have met you. Before we part, I have but one word of advice for my future king. If ever an enemy appears insurmountable, tell yourself this: my opponent is strong, but that is all they are. It's fine to fear an enemy's strength, but let not that fear consume you. Steel yourself and remember, the enemy is strong, yet I will prevail.
It's fine.
Determination will be your power. Determination is all you need to break through. It is the weapon you'll wield to seize your tomorrow.
Well then.
And with that, farewell. I leave you with both my parting extolments and my toll for departing penitence. Stop talking like this. Stop making me read all these words. There's a folded envelope tucked underneath the shoulder of my bag. Inside was a silver coin I'd never seen before with an identical design on either side. I felt Alonso's candor, a man of many faces, now unmasked. Yeah, okay. A mysterious silver coin. Was that... That's 4 done? How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 more still. I mean, that's not too bad. Let's talk to Barden next. What's up, Barden? How you doing, my man?
You've come.
Now I hear you've got a rather difficult path ahead of you, but I'm happy you came to see me despite it all. You've come all this way, so what say we have ourselves a wee chat? Probably should have talked to Moore before Barden, actually, but oh well. Ever since that attack from the human, the townspeople have slowly but surely come round to participating in the security activities. I consider that a great welcome change, but...
What happened?
What's worrying you now? I am worried. The security policies, the methods of self-government, all that needs buy-in from the people. We need everyone's voices to both speak and be heard. The hope is we can find a compromise among all the different opinions and then make a change. It's not easy leading such an affair, let me tell you.
It'll be fine.
You can do it, Barden. I know you can.
Thank you, truly.
Thanks for the support. And you're no stranger to what I'm talking about, are ye?
I haven't a choice.
A king chosen by the people will be different from any other king we've ever had. Every citizen will expect something from ye, and you'll feel a duty to live up to that expectation. This country is made up of allied states, with a major city as the capital of each state, but now they all exist under one nation. Each region has their own rich and complex history and cultures. The wishes of the people are also different.
Yeah.
And you'll be king of all this? How do you think you're gonna possibly hear all the people's opinions?
That's...
I suppose my only option is to go around and solicit their opinions in earnest. Ah, well, at least you got the right intentions. But considering your position and the number of subjects involved, tain't the most practical thing.
You know what?
Here's what I think. A single king cannot possibly listen to each and every one of his subjects. However, if you take a look at the country by region and town, you'll find people such as meself. And I can govern this town according to whatever your kingly wishes may be, and I can collect my people's opinions and transmit them to you. So that way, the king and the people can have a direct connection to each other. We just need other leaders to follow suit. That's an excellent idea. I believe you'll be a righteous king, and many others behind you do too. That said, some only follow whoever they think will come out strongest. Mayhaps some follow you out of fear, just as with Luis. You've a duty toward them just as any other, though, and no doubt you'll have days where you just want to run away.
On the other hand,
And on those days, remember this, there are those who are determined to walk with you through thick and thin.
don't you worry.
They believe in supporting you. And support you? I can't read, chat. They will correct you, because I play Yu-Gi-Oh, obviously. They will correct you when you err, and little by little, you'll look back and see more and more people behind you.
Have a look.
Now that reminds me, the townspeople wanted to give this to you. A lantern. They fused glass and sandworm husk to make this. It's a specialty household item unique to Martira. Everyone here makes use of it. In fact, they hope to make production of this a major industry in Martira. Our artisans practice pretty hard these days. You just watch. My city is gonna flourish under your rule. Fantastic news, Barden. Fantastic news. Let's go talk to more. Also, we don't have to talk to Gallica, it looks like. Oh, wait, I can't just fast travel to you. I need to go to your shadow.
Let's go.
There we go. Or Phantom, rather. He's a Phantom. Phantom. Yo, Danny Fenton, he was just 14. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Now, where was I?
Academia! Away!